I know it's being worked on in this chamber, and earlier this year, I issued an executive order to strengthen our state's capacity to investigate fraud by establishing a centralized fraud and financial crimes unit at the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. I have a proposal before this chamber to use artificial intelligence to sniff out and catch the bad actors before they get their hands on the money, and a proposal to increase criminal penalties for theft of public funds by 20%. Bottom line, I believe that when criminals try to steal public funding, you don't cut the funding, you stop the criminals, and that's exactly what we do. We're also working to improve the efficiency and customer service across state agencies. It's not enough to just spend taxpayer money responsibly. You should also be spending it effectively. We've already made some strides in that. I look at just a little thing. A couple weeks ago, shopping at Cub, I can stop at a kiosk after the checkout, and in 3 minutes, I can renew the tabs for my car right at that spot. You don't have to go to the DMV. It saves us money. It's more efficient for you, and it's government meeting people where they're at. People deserve more bang for their buck, and that's exactly what this budget will deliver. Look, we're not the only ones that are undergoing scrutiny and looking at our budgets. Families across this state are sitting down at their kitchen tables trying to figure out how they're going to afford the president's tariff tax. And I can't stop those pointless policies coming from Washington. They're making everything more expensive. But we can do a few things here to make those difficult conversations around that table just a little bit easier. This year, I'm proposing an unprecedented tax cut for working people, a reduction in the statewide sales tax. We've never done this in our state's history, but I will tell you, it feels like there might not be a better time to do this. And make no mistake about it. Unlike the president's tax cuts for the very wealthy, our tax cuts are fully paid for. We're doing it by closing loopholes that the wealthy use to avoid paying the taxes in the first place. Yes, and we're going to do this. Finally, we're going to ask the big health insurance companies to start paying their fair share with a reasonable increase. A reasonable increase that hasn't been raised in decades on the surcharge that we already asked HMOs to pay. Even as the administration pushes for nearly $1 trillion in cuts to Medicaid, which would shift the cost to states like Minnesota, we're making sure that that burden doesn't fall on working families. It can fall on the insurance companies. Now, we got about 4 weeks. We're going to get time to go through this line by line together, hammering out a final proposal that allows us to move forward as one Minnesota and the best place for kids to grow up. This budget was not written to please everyone. It was written to bring everyone to the table. And when we get there, we're going to have disagreements, no doubt. My progressive friends might have wished we were cutting a little less. My conservative friends might wish we were cutting a little bit more. My wife wishes that I would take the pay raise that was offered, but I turn it down. But this is how government's supposed to work. It's not supposed to be one old man sitting in the Oval Office sending out middle-of-the-night tweets that shot markets into freefall. It's not supposed to be a bunch of 20-somethings unelected showing up at federal agencies and firing everyone. It's not supposed to be chaos and destruction. It's supposed to be good people elected by their neighbors with differing opinions coming together to negotiate in good faith. Our legislature's narrowly divided, but I believe we can unify around those ideas: security, opportunity, freedom. I believe we can continue to make Minnesota the best place to live, work, and raise a family. And I think we got a chance. And I believe we can show people, folks across the nation who are watching, that we can still work together to improve lives. Let's show the world what servant leadership really looks like. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the great state of Minnesota. Let's get to work.